Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about an eARC that I received from NetGalley. The book is Some Kind of Hero by Suzanne Brockmann. Some Kind of Hero is the latest installment in Suzanne Brockmann's Troubleshooter series, and it is a series that has been around for a long time. It is classified as a romantic suspense, and most of Suzanne Brockmann's novels do center around a military theme. Some Kind of Hero features a lieutenant in the Navy SEALs. So that's keeping in line with Suzanne Brockmann's normal style. In fact, popular characters from her other Troubleshooters books like Izzy appear in this novel as well. In my Sunday Rewind video, I reviewed for you or revisited Into the Storm by Suzanne Brockmann, the first book that I ever read by this author. And the heroine of this novel, Lindsay, does make an appearance in Some Kind of Hero as well. So the book follows Lieutenant Peter Green, who's also referred to by his teammates as Grudge. And normally the novels center around some sort of military-esque or adventure fitting of a group of badasses. This one, however, tends to center around something a little more domestic. So right away, it kind of threw me off my game. I was expecting something to do with espionage or foreign threats or something of that nature. But in fact, what we're doing is following the lieutenant and his neighbor across the street, Shayla, as they search for Grudge's runaway daughter. Now, there's a whole reason that, he's a single dad now and the girl is unhappy and has run away. Her mother has recently died, so she's got some things going on. But she's also been targeted and manipulated and framed by someone who was supposedly a friend. So she's in a bit of trouble on top of being troubled, if you know what I'm saying. The book starts a little bit slow for me. It really does. And I found it so different from the Suzanne Brockmann that I remember that it was hard to get into. I like the characters very much, and the end is absolutely exciting and reminiscent of every Suzanne Brockmann novel I've read, but it took me a minute to get there. And I think that was just because it seemed so light and fluffy compared to her other Troubleshooters novels. Again, we are dealing with something that's very personal and domestic. It's not national security level excitement going on in this book. It's something that one of the characters is struggling with personally. Not that it's not important, it just was unexpected for me. So it took me a little bit of time to adjust to that. Also, we're dealing with a hero and heroine that I think feels they feel a little quirkier than I'm used to. And the quirky works for our heroine, Shayla. Now, she is an author, and she has quirks like talking to her characters in her head, or her characters speak in her head, and she actually ends up responding to them out loud. It's a very quirky trait, and it works in this case. She's very intelligent. She is very resourceful. She knows what she's doing. And we find out that she's a really great best-selling author as well. So I didn't mind the quirkiness in our heroine, but it kind of fell off for me in our hero. I didn't feel that strong, sexy, badass vibe from our hero, Grudge, Peter, whatever you want to call him. I felt like he was a truly nice man. He's honorable and noble and loyal and devoted to his daughter and his teammates. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, it just wasn't what I expected, so it threw me off for a while. Now, towards the end, as the plot really starts to wrap up, we reach our climax, and we start to see exactly what Peter or Grudge can do, exactly where his skill set lies. In fact, he brings up skill set when he's talking to Shayla at one point towards the end, trying to convince her to stay out of trouble. Overall, I rated this book a 3.5. However, I did round it up to 4 for Goodreads because of Suzanne Brockmann. I love all that is Suzanne Brockmann, and if you are unfamiliar with her, you shouldn't be. I don't know how strong of a recommendation I can give. If you're a romance reader, then please put any novel by Suzanne Brockmann on your list, including Some Kind of Hero, because she is vital to the genre. And what I mean by that is she's a very socially conscious author. She writes characters and situations and themes that aren't common in romance, aren't talked about enough in romance. She's written LGBT romances. I mean, in fact, this book, Some Kind of Hero, does feature an interracial couple. The lieutenant is Caucasian and Shayla is black, and there are issues because of that. It's Suzanne Brockmann writes a scene where somebody that they're talking to, somebody that they're interviewing, does make it a big deal, does bring it to light. So what she does for the genre is important. And also in this book, which is typical Suzanne Brockmann, she picks a social issue to highlight and to draw attention to, and to kind of, even if she's not telling you everything about it, she's saying, hey, remember, this is still an issue. Remember, this still happened, or this still exists. In Some Kind of Hero, she's chosen the Japanese American internment camps from World War II. And Peter Green's daughter is of Asian descent. Her mother was Asian. And so Suzanne Brockmann weaves a story around something that she wants to feature. And I will always try to champion any writer who's even willing to do that, much less does it consistently, does it well. And Suzanne Brockmann is that author. So between the socially conscious writing and the characterization that Suzanne Brockmann accomplished, those two things really saved this book for me. Because like I said, the plot, it wasn't as exciting as some of her other novels, but the characters are absolutely lovely. They're just lovely people. She doesn't stop with the hero and heroine. The daughter and the daughter's love interest are fleshed out into real 3D characters extremely well. In fact, one of them completely steals the book for me. A secondary character just runs away with it because he is written so well, and his transformation is moving and affecting. There's the returning characters that we still get glimpses of, that we long to see again and we are rewarded with. And then there's the lifelike secondary characters that just turn Suzanne Brockmann's writing into impressive. So again, the book is Some Kind of Hero by Suzanne Brockmann. This book is set to release on July 11th, just in time for some 4th of July celebrations. It is truly a great summer read. This book is the perfect companion to a road trip, or a day at the beach, or just relaxing in your own backyard. And that's typically where romance novels fall, and more specifically when they can be as well written and as meaningful Suzanne Brockmann novels, then you've got a winning combination. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please do give a thumbs up. If you are familiar with Suzanne Brockmann, or you think you might be interested in reading Some Kind of Hero, please let me know those things down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all very soon.